Is there a way to use Google's search engine and Google's map listings to get your business out in front of people and start generating more leads in a town that's 20, 30 miles away from your actual location? As a matter of fact, there is. You got to be smart about it in a strategic way of making that happen. Let me show you exactly how to do it. What up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping contractors and home service business owners understand this whole internet thing, website design, SEO to get their business out there online and get more leads for their business. In this video, I want to talk about how you can use Google's search engine and Google's map listing to get your business out in front of people in a town that's 20 or 30, maybe even 40 miles away from your actual location. You see, the reason I wanted to make this video because I run into so many contractors that have a website set up. They have a Google business profile set up. They have everything starting getting wheels in motion to get their stuff online. And of course, I got those others that have nothing online as well. But one of the things I run into is a lot of guys that do business. They're usually in a smaller rural town out in the outskirts of a bigger location. And a lot of them want to get more business in the actual location where the bigger town near them. A great example of this is right here where I live. It's called San Luis Obispo County. It's pretty rural for this whole state of California. There's probably maybe a quarter million in the entire county, and it's spread out very, very like sporadic all over town. The biggest town in my county is called San Luis Obispo, probably 50, 60, 70,000 people over there. And I live in a smaller town with 30,000 people, and another town with 10,000 people, another town up north with another like 5 or 6,000 people. So it's very, very spread out. So there's a lot of businesses here where I live in Paso Robles, California, that want to get more leads and more jobs over in San Luis Obispo, but that city is about 30, 35 miles away. And I run into this scenario a lot with a lot of contractors, be it in Florida, be it in Texas, a bunch of places where a business, their actual physical location of their business is in a smaller town and they want to do business more in a bigger area with a lot more leads and more jobs and more of that stuff's getting done. So what I want to share with you guys is how you can utilize Google and Google's map listings in a clever, you got to be creative in order to get your business out there in that local area and start generating leads for your business doing it that way. With all the stuff that I talk about here with this SEO stuff, this website stuff, the Google map listing, the main thing, and I see moving forward here, the year is 2025, this is February, I see it moving forward is getting your business inside that Google map listing. That is the most crucial place for your business to be because as time goes on, more and more and more people, when they look for a home service provider, a contractor, or something like that, more than likely they're going to use Google, of course, but they're going to use their smartphone to utilize Google's search engine. And what ends up happening is as the customer scrolls through the phone, the very first thing that pops up in front of them is all the advertisement, all the Google ads, all the local service area ads. And as you scroll down, you get into that map listing. That's where I would say 50, probably 60% of the clicks go. Me personally, I always blow through ads. I just can't stand them. I feel like people are kind of forcing themselves on me, and I don't like that. I just want to go to whatever shows up organically. And then if you scroll down further, you get even more and more organic search where I don't think a lot of people really go. Maybe 10% of those clicks still might be important to get in there, but not as important as it used to be. So the main problem that I run into with contractors and home service business owners is that when they go out there and get a Google business profile, they set that Google business profile in their town. For example, I'm going to use the example of me being a roofer. Let's say that I was a roofer, Izzy's Roofing, and I want majority of my work to come from San Luis Obispo, California. But I live in Paso Robles, California. The problem that I'm going to have is even though, let's say I go out there and structure my website to show up for San Luis Obispo, California, and all the services out in that area, if my listing is set up in Paso Robles, that's basically where Google drops the pin for my business. That's where the radius begins and starts to spread out. The chances of ever reaching San Luis Obispo are incredibly, incredibly slim. So what I have to do is I have to get creative. I have to get smart. I have to understand how the search engine works. And the way the search engine works is when somebody in that town of San Luis Obispo, California is looking for a roofer or roofing repairs or metal roofing or anything related to roofing, more likely they're going to use their phone. They're going to pull it up and they're going to put roofing contractor near me, metal roofing installation near me, gutter repair near me, things of that nature. And whatever shows up in that local area, that's where the customer is going to scroll down and click on the little map listings. More than likely, they're never going to go down to the organics. They might, but as the years go on and more of the stuff is getting more advanced, they're just going to click on the organic map listing. So the name of the game is to get my business on there. So how do I do it when my listing's here in Paso Robles? I'm going to break it down in two scenarios. One, with a roofing contractor that doesn't have anything online at all yet, no website, no Google business profile, nothing like that. And the next one is for somebody who already has one in the town here in Paso Robles where I live. So the first scenario, I don't have a listing, I don't have a website, I don't have any of that going on. Fantastic, great place to start. So what I would do, me living here where I live, is I go out to San Luis Obispo and I start looking for some kind of building, some kind of location, something that I can rent out in that local area. Go get a business license for San Luis Obispo. Go take my truck, go take my equipment. Maybe I find a friend or something. I live in the community. I must know somebody, maybe a shop or something like that. Ask them if I can use that to register my business right there in San Luis Obispo. That's where I want the business to be registered. Then, after all that stuff, I get my license, I got my truck, I got everything over there in that location. Then I go into Google Business Profile and create a Google Business Profile for San Luis Obispo, California. That's the very first thing that I do. I go through all the crap that you have to do with Google. They're going to ask for video verification, which is great because I'm going to have my truck out there. I'm going to have my keys in my truck. I'm going to have my business license ready. I'm going to have the address already ready to go. And Google's going to ask to verify all that stuff. So I'm going to record that whole thing. I'm going to record. They ask you to open the truck of your business. They're going to ask you for record the location of the business, record your license, whatever they ask for, and verify that listing in that location. Now, this will be an absolute pain in the ass to do, but eventually with time, even if I have to re-verify over and over, I do whatever I can to get that listing set up in that location. If I have to pay some building over there $500 a month for 3 months, I will do it because the cost of ads is astronomical, especially for roofing and things like that. It might seem like a lot to do in order to get this Google business profile, but in the long term, this is going to be way, way well worth it. Like I said, I've run into people that are spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 every single month just to run Google ads. Plus, they're paying somebody to manage the damn thing anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month to do all of that stuff. So if you can show up organic, you can see the massive results, the massive advantage, and the massive amount of savings that you're going to create. Plus, a lot of that, like I spoke earlier, 20-30% of the people click on those ads. The other 50 to 60% click on the organic. So a lot of that's just wasted money. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my brand new website, and it's going to be clear as day, tell my customers that I am a roofing contractor in San Luis Obispo. And then I'm going to create service pages for all the services that I provide in that town of San Luis Obispo. So it's going to be roofing repair San Luis Obispo. It's going to be flat roof repair or flat roofs in San Luis Obispo, tile roof San Luis Obispo, shingle or composite roofs in San Luis Obispo, gutter installation San Luis Obispo, insurance claims for roofing in San Luis Obispo. I'm going to create a well-organized, SEO-optimized website for that specific town, that specific location. I'm going to connect it to that Google business profile, and then I'm off to the races. Then I start to reach out to some of the customers I've done business before. I'm going to start asking for reviews. That's going to set things in motion. Is going to have my listing and website start to get picked up the Google search algorithm and start to place me on the map out there. So we're going to drop my pin and the radius for my business, and exposure is going to begin. And then I go on through further SEO stuff like the business listing citations, creating more content, going out and getting backlinks if I have to. In such a small area, I might not need all that much, depending on the competition out there. Most likely, it's not going to be very much. Most contractors don't even think about any of this stuff. But that's exactly what I would do. Will it take time? Will it take effort? Hell yes, but it is well worth the effort. Now, scenario number 2 is if I already have a listing here in Paso Robles where I live. I have my website already built for Paso Robles. So I have Paso Robles roofing. I have roofing repairs in Paso Robles, flat roofs, shingles, all that stuff, all the main services, but all structured for Paso Robles. And my map listing, everything's set up for Paso. So what do? I do the exact same thing again. I go out there and get another location, get another phone number in that location, do the exact same thing I just explained earlier, but do it as a branch, another office for my business out in San Luis Obispo. Then what I'm going to do is with that website that I already have, keep it completely how it is. But what I'm going to do is branch out and create another homepage on my actual website with a forward slash. So let's say my domain name is izzy'sroofing.com. Now it's going to say izzy'sroofing.com / San Luis Obispo. I create another homepage on my website and connect it to that listing in that town. And then from that point forward, then I create those service pages again for that town. So in essence, I'm going to have a website for Paso Robles, California with all the service pages. And I'm going to have another homepage that branches out to San Luis Obispo with those exact same services in that location as well. So what I'm telling the search engine in Google is that I have the same business, but I have two offices in the same county. And I prove it to Google with another verification, another business license over there, another phone number over there, another address over there. It's the same website, same business, but a different location. Now, this must seem like a lot of work, but I'm telling you guys, if you guys can do this correctly, so let's say you have a location where I live in Paso Robles, I have a listing, I have a well-structured website, I'm getting kick-ass reviews. Let's say I have 30, 40, 50 reviews on here. Then I got another location in San Luis Obispo, the exact same thing, same website, but with a different city and different service location pages out in that area. And I'm also getting 20, 30, 40, 50 reviews in that area as well. Now, all of a sudden, I have two listings and they're both covering two radiuses in my county. And I'm completely kicking everybody's ass because I thought of this way ahead of time. So now when people are looking either in Paso Robles where I live here or 30 miles over, they're looking for a roofing contractor near me, I give myself huge probabilities of having both those listings show up at the same time for those two different customers, but in the same county and only 30 miles away. But that's all there is to it. That's a strategic way for you to get more leads in a town that's 20, 30 miles, maybe even 40, 50 miles away from you if you do it correctly and if you do it right and you play by Google's stupid rules. I don't like them, but if you play by their rules, they're going to like it. They're going to reward you and you're going to kick ass and you're going to get more leads for your business. But a lot of this has to do with the way you structure your website. So if you guys want a video that shows how to properly structure your website, you can check out that video. If you guys need any help with any of this stuff, some of my training, some of my freebies, some of the service I provide, go to the description below. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.